Today, we're going to talk specifically about occupied home staging contracts. We've had a lot of people asking for occupied home staging contract, and we listened. And we always want to listen to what you guys are wanting and needing, and we want to solve those problems for you. So that is why we've got our contract together. If you're not part of Staging Studio, let me tell you, you get all of our forms, all of our contracts, with your training. Really, the price alone of the training is worth all of that information, but you get the training on top of that too. Let's talk through some of the clauses that are very important because you're putting your items into somebody's home, they're living there, they may have children, pets, etc. Whatever stipulations you want to have around that, you want to make sure that is in your contract. And even if you're not putting furniture into their homes, you also want everybody to be on the same page. If any questions come up in the future or situations, which oftentimes do, then you can always refer back to the contract. You want to make sure that you have the payment and terms of your contract listed for them to sign. So, how much is it going to cost? What are the terms of that payment? What will they receive for that? Also, you want to make sure that you have a limit of liability. This is key. You are working with people's furniture, could be expensive art. You might be moving furniture. You don't want to damage anything, and of course you would never intend to do that, but sometimes something might happen, so you want to make sure that you are protected and not having to shell out a ton of money. So we want to protect you. This is just the greatest thing to have because I know recently we had been at a home and our the realtor was there with our lead stager, the homeowner was not, and it was a very expensive sculpture. I was like, oh my goodness, and they were kind of trying to shift it just a little bit and it scratched the top of a console table. And you just have to be careful with things like that, and you have to limit your liability. There are 1,000 different scenarios of things like that that could happen, so everybody just needs to know and be on the same page. And then you want to talk about the maintenance of the furniture and the accessories. So you want to go through anything about any missing or damaged furniture and who is responsible for paying for that. So put those items in your contract. A real important one is photography and publicity. So think through when you're going into someone's home and they're living in it and it's occupied, it's very different from a vacant stage. Because you go in and you take pictures of a vacant home, you're not worried about people's personal items, and so you would still want to take before and after pictures of an occupied home, but we never ever want to embarrass our clients or portray their home in a negative light in any way whatsoever. Or if it's a redesign project, that the actual project is complete. So you just don't want to embarrass your clients. And of course, if you're using somebody else's photography, you want to make sure that you're giving credit where credit is due and tagging photographers. So just some clauses, and of course, you never want to post or publicize any picture that you do not have the authority to do so. So get clearance for them. So when you get it, this is ours that I printed out for you just to kind of glance at, but there's a place to put your logo, and you can put a beautiful photo behind it. You can add clauses, you can take away clauses, and whatever you need to do to make it very specific to your business, you can, or you can use it as is. You know, the way we do our contract, it was from experiences, lessons learned. Like, we didn't have as many clauses when we very first started, but a situation would come up. We're like, we need a clause on that. So we have 13 years of experience to help us get those clauses and get you the correct information that you're needing to protect your business. Our passion is to watch you succeed.